Hi everyone, this is Cody. I'm doing this little sort of introduction because I've not done a video review since early 2012, so I'm very rusty at properly editing together and stringing together a series of coherent thoughts in video format in order to make a typical review. So while I start relearning how to do everything, I thought I could do sort of a informal review of Amnesia Machine for Pigs to let you guys know what I thought about the game as someone who has already played it while you're all probably just waiting for it to preload. Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs is more than likely going to go down as the best horror game of 2013. That alone is an accomplishment when games like Outlast and Slender the Arrival have already released and are already stellar horror games. Not only that, but the rest of 2013 is jam-packed with quality horror games coming out. So for Amnesia to stand out like it does is absolutely amazing. And believe me when I say that I loved every single aspect of this game, and I am completely flabbergasted by that statement. Everything about it is great, from the wonderfully macabre scenery and environmental detail to the pig enemies that litter the game. It's just a very beautiful game, and the scenery does wonders in aiding the overall atmosphere of the game. It's that kind of special environmental design that starts to crawl under your skin after a while, and it really intensifies the experience. Combine this with an absolutely haunting audio design, the likes of which I haven't seen since the first Dead Space released in 2008. Great controls for both controller and mouse and keyboard, and it's just a hard game to fault. Not only that, but the gameplay is very solid. Yes, the gameplay is overall very minimalistic. However, it's also really well done. And one thing I greatly appreciated is that the puzzle-solving sections aren't too obscure or aren't too convoluted or anything like that. It doesn't fall into a lot of the tropes that a lot of horror games fall into. It's just a very well done, solid gameplay experience. Even the story, which I am not going to discuss at all because I want you all to experience it fresh, but let me tell you, it is highly enjoyable. The story is something that sort of takes you by surprise, and the further along you get in, the more engrossed you get with the story, the more you want to know about it. And it's nice to have a game that sucks you in like that. There's not too many games with a story that can really do that nowadays, and I think Amnesia did a wonderful job at that. Plus, it's got some very stellar voice acting that really helps the narrative along. But what I probably appreciate the most about this game is it's not a jump scare fest. This is a game that creates a dreadful atmosphere. It's not making something pop out at you at every 2 seconds. It's not trying to jump scare you to death. You don't have to worry about every time you open the door, oh, there's going to be an enemy that's going to kill me or something. No, this game is atmosphere heavy. It relies on creating an atmosphere of horror. And because of this, when you do encounter something, it is genuinely frightening. It genuinely is tense because it's so infrequent. So overall, I'd have to say Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs is just a really solid game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It does everything that it can right, and will probably go down as one of my personal favorite games of the year. I don't know what the other reviewers of this game are going to say. I don't know if people will like this more or less than Amnesia, The Dark Descent. All I know is I thought this was an absolutely phenomenal game. If I had to give this game a numerical score, I would give it a solid 10, a 5 out of 5, an A+, whatever, because it is a solid experience. It does everything it can right for what it sets out to do. For the price of admission, you cannot go wrong with this game. I implore you, if you are a fan of horror as a genre, if you want to see more quality horror games, pick this game up, set aside an evening, get a pair of headphones, play this in one sitting. You will not regret it. It is a solid experience. I hope you all really do enjoy this game. I enjoyed playing it, and I enjoyed reviewing it. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.